Kerry back with you today. I've been playing with one of Reni's new kits, these lovely vintage images in these sort of colourful splattery backgrounds, and I've just made these simple journaling cards. We're going to make some today. They are ridiculously quick. I did actually make a whole swatch of them and have put them in a very safe place and can't find them anymore, so I've made 3 more for today and we're going to make 3 together. So I'm just quickly going to share with you what I'm using, but you could use anything for this particular project. So I've cut myself some backgrounds just from white chipboard because it's a little bit more rigid, so I'm going to be using those today. I've also got some papers. I think it's from a decorative pages pack. I'm not sure. Links will be in the description box below. I'm just going to be using some of these in the background, but you could use anything, other scraps, scrapbook paper, book pages, whatever you like. And then I've cut out or printed out some of the tickets, and I've printed this from the Tickets and Labels Set 1, Assorted Tickets and Labels Set 1, but I've printed them 2 to a page, so I've ended up with some smaller pieces. And then of course I've got the lovely vintage image strips with the splattery colours. So I'm just going to pop this to the back while I prepare my cards. It's a pretty quick and easy project, great for mass making, and if you weren't sure sort of what image you wanted on your cards, you could always make them up to that point and then not put an image on, and then when you're wanting something for a specific theme or journal, you could just pop an image on the top then. So the first thing I'm going to do is come in with just some distress ink and pop a little bit of colour in the background. I've just got ground espresso here, and I'm going to be using my ink blending brush because I don't want any harsh marks from the round blending tool. Now, something that I didn't do on my sample ones, but I think I'm going to have a crack at it on these ones, is I'm just going to splatter a little bit of water on my background so I get a bit more variation around the edges. Just let that sit for a second or two, and then I will dab it up with my paper towel. And you can see we've got some cool sort of watermarks and a bit of blooming around those splashes. So I'll set those off to the side to dry while I prepare the next parts. So I'm going to be working on 3 cards, so I'm going to pick 3 papers, and I'll try and pick 3 that are a little bit different for the colour variation. Do that one. And I think that one. And I just want a piece of paper for the background, so it doesn't need to be exact, and I want to have torn edges, so I'm just going to roughly, I've got my 3 papers held together, and I'm just going to have a look and eyeball roughly about how much paper I need width-wise. So I'm going to tear it down here. So I'm tearing all 3 of my pages together, and it doesn't matter if they're not exactly the same. I'm not aiming for them to be the same. I'm just preparing my papers as quickly as possible. Pop that one in the middle. Okay, so they're roughly the right width, but they're a little bit too long, so I'm just going to tear a bit off. Now, I don't want too much white showing on these papers, and if you tear the paper away from you, you won't get as much of a white edge. And then I'm just going to tear a little bit off the top straight edge as well. And for this edge that's still straight, I'm just going to rough that up with my scissors a little bit. It's going to be in the background, so we might not see that much of it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to come in with some ink now, just around the edges. Alright, so I'm just going to use some glue stick to attach my background papers. So now I need some tickets in the background. So these are sort of what I call 3-layered. So I've got my background paper, then have something else that gives a bit of interest, and then my focal point on the top. So for my something else that gives a bit of interest, that's what I'm going to be using the tickets for. Okay, so I've got my tickets cut out, and I probably only need 2 on my background on each card. So I might have those 2 for that one, and I'll have those 2 for that one, and those 2 for that one. Now these smaller ones might need something a bit more. Let's just see. So I'll pop those to the side in case I need them. And just a bit of ink. So when I stick these down, I want to sort of stagger them a little bit so you can still see the background. Nothing is lining up evenly together. So I don't want to pop that like even with this line. I want it to stick up a bit. But I am trying to keep my pieces either horizontal or vertical, just because I prefer it to look that way. I'll just overlap that ever so slightly, and then again I've come down here so that my lines aren't sharing the same sort of edge. So there we go. You could leave it at that and pop them aside until you know sort of if you're doing a mushroom or botanical journal or whatever, and then pop your focal on. But I'm going to use the splatter images today, and I want to try and get a bit of contrast with my colours. So I'm just going to roughly cut these ones out and see how we go with this. So pop her on that one. I'll go for the brown over there. Maybe we'll go with those three. Now with these images, they're on a coloured background, as you can see, but then they've got quite a sort of raw looking edge. So I'm just going to take my scissors and basically just give them a bit of a wiggle as I cut along the edge. I'm not worried about the top and the bottom because I'm going to be tearing those, but I just want to get a bit of sort of roughness along the edge of the image. Okay, and I'm going to tear my images away from me so that I don't end up with the harsh white line. A little bit more ink. We're actually on school holidays here in Victoria, and my son decided that he would bring home some germ friends for the holidays. Sorry, Rain, can you edit out my coughing? So yes, we've all been a little bit coughy and dealing with that, but hopefully we're on the mend now. And I've got Mum up from Tassie. She arrived about a week ago, and it's my daughter's 21st birthday this Tuesday, so busy. Okay, so now I'm just going to glue those down, and again I'm going to pay attention to try and not line too much up. So this isn't aligning with any of those other lines. These are all a little bit close, but I can live with that. There we go. Now I feel like this one needs a little bit more here because there's quite a bit of the background paper showing. So I might just cut one of these little tickets in half. Dig out the trusty tweezers. A little bit of glue. And just encourage that to tuck underneath. Again, trying not to align my vertical lines here. Good enough. And then to finish off, I'm going to come in. I've got one of Crafty by Tony's stamp sets here, which is the collector, and I love this little bee. So I'm going to add a little bee just in this top corner. And then I'm going to come in with my documented stamp set. Just add some interest around the edges with some numbers. then lastly, my little postmark stamp. I'm just sort of double stamping that so I get like a good first impression, nice and crisp and dark, and then the second impression is just like a faded or more muted version of that first stamp. There we go, and that's our little cards completed. Now you can leave them as they are, but I like to just add the smallest line of dark ink around the edge. Now it will bleed in a little bit with this chipboard as it dries. So there we go, 3 more of these cards, and they're pretty addictive. So there we go. I've had so much fun playing with these little image strips, but as I said, you could leave them blank and then add an image or some florals or something to it later on. I will leave links in the description box to the kits that I have used today, but you can use anything for this project. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you again next time. Bye!